another week, boys, and another pod. So,
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent
Oh,
start.
thank you. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Good start. Yeah.
Above me right now is Liv. To my left, but facing you guys, but to my right is Luke. And then diagonal is Les.
Beautiful
Thanks.
intro. Thank
Yeah,
you
good
so
job.
much.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do that.
Yeah. Anyways. All right.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah, jump in.
All right. What do we want to hit first?
TWAB?
TWAB?
Has everyone
We've
here
got
read
some-
the TWAB?
Yes.
Yeah.
I read
it.
all 2 paragraphs of it.
I read 2 mornings.
It wasn't-
I read it all this morning or afternoon.
Nice,
Did you?
nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I did on stream.
How do we feel about I feel like some things were reverted that we talked about last week, obviously being out of touch and us not enjoying them. But then there were new things too, like increasing the number of drops for more activities in fire team ops, and whatever they say vaguely is working on creating a more consistent power reward experience for the upper power climb. So 500 to 550, because right now people think that the 400 to 450 grind is hell. So do we believe in these like new changes if they told us that they were working on them before, and then what they provided to us last week in the TWAB was very out of touch? Do we think that this time around they're inclined to do something better? Or do we just not have faith in these changes anymore?
Well, the changes, I don't know. They all sound good to me, just looking at them at face value. But I think the big thing about what we saw in yesterday's TWAB, or Thursday's TWAB, I guess it's a couple days now since we're filming this on Saturday, is that the changes didn't have a lot of like substance to what they're actually doing for some of them. So for instance, looking at, okay, what fire like team op activity rewards are going to be, how is that going to work? Because they're going to increase those for a couple activities, but they said there's more happening there. And then, yeah, how good is that 450 to, or I guess now 500 to 550 climb going to be? What's it going to look like? I'd assume, Cross, and you can chime in on this, that anything's better than what it was currently.
I just think this community needs to quit being bitches about everything. All right? Just need to get back in the minds, get to grinding, dude. Look, honestly, I thought the 12 was pretty good. This is the classic pullback, but it needed to happen. They essentially kept all the good stuff from the previous 12, but they got rid of most of the bad stuff. Just about all the bad stuff that I saw.
They did.
But, the Destiny community, we've been having this discussion all morning this morning, man. There's still people that are still trying to fight the whole seasonal reset. And, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things, like, as long as they make the grind fun, I think we'll be okay. Like, I'm okay with the reset to 200. It's very typical in, games like PoE and even Diablo and stuff like that, which is what Destiny's trying to go for now. But they got to make that part, the in-between part, fun. And that just needs to be a fun grind. And variability is a big part of that too. And I felt like this TWAB was addressing those aspects. But the other side of things, like, there were people that were like saying, like, this morning, they were like, they just need to raise the power cap. That's the exact same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's the same thing as resetting his
system.
back
It's
down.
just like,
Yeah.
the numbers are different.
You're not going to start off a season getting tier 5s out the gate. They're not going to allow that. And they shouldn't allow that. Like, you shouldn't start an expansion day 1 outside of like it being like an uber unique drop or something like that. You shouldn't get a tier 5 right out the gates. And that also gives value to events too. If they're going to do events like they did with Solstice, where that is your opportunity to get those tier 5 drops, whatever your level may be. Well, I guess you have to be at a certain level, actually.
Yeah.
You have to be at 300.
So, yeah, for me, I was specifically trying to get up as high light as possible so that I could get tier 4s from the holofoils, which isn't tier 5, but still really nice. So, yeah, I enjoyed Solstice personally as someone who's under light and wasn't able to get tier 5s before and still can't. Solstice, I grinded a ton during just to get the weapons, and they were good weapons too. So that made it a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think, Les?
I'm glad they're reverting the changes, but I wish instead of working on these changes, they like asked us first, how would y'all feel about this? Instead of actually putting time into making these changes. Does that make sense? Because that could have been a person working on something else instead of having to, okay, change this. I don't know how difficult it is to make those changes, but something with, I know I'm gonna bring up Destiny Rising now, but something they're doing is like these surveys in the game. Like, what can we do to improve? If we had like a poll or like something that they told, hey, follow this link, tell us what you think of this change that we're thinking about implementing, how would y'all feel about it? So instead of actually wasting time on making it happen and then reverting it back, just let us know, hey, we plan on doing this. How do y'all feel about this? How do you guys feel about this change happening? And then that way they can move forward and not move forward, then move back to then just make it better for us. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Instead of wasting the time to make these changes, just let us know ahead of time, this is what we're planning. And is it a good change? Is it not? Go based on a poll, kind of like how you've been saying, Cross, with the whole RuneScape stuff, like they have in-game polls and stuff. That's the next direction they need to go to, because I feel like they've done this way too much, where they tell us they're going to make a change, it's coming soon, and then they just revert it back. So like, kind of wish they just learn from those mistakes and just kind of move forward. But in terms of the power grind, it needs to happen. Like, as long as they make it better to grind and not just farm solo ops, I'm okay with the reset. We just gotta wait and see what changes they're making for 500 to 550. That's
The good old wait and see.
The good old wait and see. Yeah, I mean, I wish they gave us more details on it, but I guess they're holding it for next week's TWAB, or they want us to see. But we'll have to wait and see what they do, right?
I mean, I completely agree with you, Les. I think community feedback to make the game better is what they should be doing. Right now, it's just pretty vague. It's like, oh, hey, the whole team's looking at your feedback. Please respond to this tweet with your feedback. Let us know what you think, which is community outsourcing, but you could do that in a much more objective way in the form of like surveys or polls in game or whatever, and also make the community feel more engaged. But I'm skeptical. Like, I think I might be even more skeptical than you here, because I do think it's a huge win that they reverted everything from last week. But some things are just vague enough to where I'm like, they're going to follow up. They say that, hey, we're finishing this change. We'll let you know about specifics after. And this is exactly what we experienced last week, where they said a few weeks ago, we think the power grind's a little too slow for our liking, so we're making some changes. And then their changes that they presented to us was making the power grind significantly worse. So this time, when I'm particularly focused on where they say we're increasing the number of drops for fire team ops, but we're still working on finalizing which activities we can buff up, and we'll share more details after we finish. I don't know if I trust that they're going to do the right thing there. Cross has been saying this for a while, but if Onslaught takes 30 minutes and Caldera takes 3 minutes, I should have proportionate rewards for that. Like, I should be incentivized to do Onslaught just as much as I am a solo op, because the rewards are equal. I don't know if Bungie's going to give us that.
I would go further than saying just the rewards being equal. I'd say they'd be even higher. Like, it's more than just a time thing, right? It's a coordination thing. It's getting 3 people to play the game well, to get through an activity, to have comms if it's needed. I'd say you highly incentivize the team-based stuff, whether that's 3v3 game or 3 game modes, if it's 6-person fire teams, if it's raid, dungeon, like whatever it is, like that needs to be the most awesome thing to do as far as, and like solos should still be good, but it's an MMO. So you should be incentivized greatly to do the things that are really the best content in the game. I think Bungie's, for too long, they've been incentivizing people to farm the not good activities in the game. So for instance, back when we had seasonal content, the random rolled gear was tied to the seasonal, like, hey, you're going to be doing, like, what was it for the most recent season with Revenant, or episode, I guess? It was
Heresy?
Heresy. In the Dreadnought, you're supposed to go in there and you're supposed to essentially farm like Court of Blades, stuff like that, in order to get, like, those are seasonal activities. They're not endgame activities. Whereas endgame is like, you get the patterns, you're done, and then you've got your god roll. You're not incentivized to actually farm those and to grind those, like the best stuff that stays and sticks around. So I think Bungie for a long time is just, it needs to go to the good stuff.
After Ash and Iron, I think Bungie's main focus needs to be implementing a streak system into the portal where it makes you jump from different activities. So you go, let's say your featured mission for the first streak would be a solo op. Then it tells you go do a Crucible game. Then it tells you to go do a fire team op, then a Pinnacle op. And then you keep following what the game is making you do. And the higher your streak, the more rewards you get. That needs to be a staple. This was in the game before. It should come back, because just farming the same thing over and over again, optimization sake, it's not fun. But I agree with you, Luke. I think a lot of the end game stuff, like raids and dungeons and stuff, need to be the most rewarding. Like, don't make us do the most boring activities, because it's efficient.
I do like that they're adding, like, I know they're doing more buffs. They're giving weekly challenges to the new raid. They're letting us attune gear in the new raid, and obviously improving the tiers, which they should have done from the beginning. So I'm not really celebrating especially the tiered loot drops. but I don't think it's enough to just tackle Desert Perpetual. What are we doing about all of the raids that we just updated over the last couple of years and gave red borders to, and now have no tiered loot in? We don't have tiered weapons. We can still get the red borders, but then the raids that didn't have red borders implemented yet have nothing. There's literally no reason to go into them at all. And I do think that that's some of the best content in the game. So, and if it's around and we can access it at any time, I don't know if there's enough being done to address the fact that the portal isn't all that we should be addressing loot-wise. It's an entire game problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would make the argument, and you can let me know if you agree with this, but I think the activities being the portal is more important than focusing on the amount of like power levels you get per activity off the rip. Like,
yes,
if I had to choose between the grind being the same length that it is now versus having all of or most of like the old stuff being focused on being brought back, like, hey, bring us our end game activities that's actually like give them a reason to play them, I'd take the raids, dungeons, all of it. Like, that's higher priority to me.
Cross, what do you think?
So again, they mentioned that completion drops will all have a chance to be primes. So I don't want to judge things too quickly based on the TWAB, because it could be a situation where we're netting 2-3 primes a run. You know what I mean? Obviously RNG is going to be a factor, but you could get that lucky factor of getting, I just don't know, because we've grinded things like Starforge, we've grinded things like Encore, and I didn't realize only one of those drops was supposed to be a prime every time. So the fact that that was even a thing blows my mind, but it is what it is. But now we're going to have an opportunity to get multiple primes. I think that's one of those things. It's like, yes, the streak system is something they need to add. Yes, collecting data is really important, but also like just one move at a time, because then now you're double working yourself too, because then you have to swing it the other way. You know what I mean? The other side of things is too, though, this is one of those things that's just really difficult to poll, because if you poll the community and you go, do you feel like this grind is too long? Every Destiny player is going to be like, oh, hell yeah, man, this is some shit. You know what I mean? And so really what this needs, like, look, I'm just saying, if I was boss man, I would just play Destiny all the time. All right. And then I would just make all the changes that fit what I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's what boss man needs to do. And I don't know if that's Robbie or if that's Tyson or whoever, but play the game. And let me just say this. If you're playing and you go, this system is shit, well, it's a good chance it's shit. If you think it's shit, I promise you, I probably think it's going to be shit. You know what I mean? And so I feel like, but again, here's the problem. What are those devs working on right now? They're not working on this. They're working on Renegades. Yeah. You see where I'm going? They're not. There's a team that's working on Ash and Iron right now, but that's not their team. Their team is working on Renegades. They're looking at 6 months ahead. So where's the disconnect? Why is the live team disconnected from actually what we're experiencing? And then figure out who needs to be heading that live team to keep that from happening. And then just have a vision. Like, that person just needs to have a vision. And by having a vision means you just got to play the game a lot. You need to be hitting the raids, the dungeons. You need to be playing out Crucible. You need to be getting dunked on inside of comp. You need to, all these things. You need to run into cheaters. These are all the different pain points you as whoever it is leading the ship needs to be running into. On the topic of like adding all like old content back into the portal and stuff like that, yeah, I mean, we just need tier loot for it, and it needs to come back with a punch. If you're just going to tell me to go farm vaulted glass again after I just grinded time loss versions of all these weapons, and it's like, oh wow, I get to kill Templar again for the millionth time, that's just not going to be fun. Like, that's why I this whole dungeon layer thing actually sounds pretty appealing, because they are going to take single encounters that they could spice up, which is lower overhead, which means it should be something well thought out, or at least we hope. The shit could come back and be exactly the same, which would be a huge bummer, but hopefully not. Hopefully they do really, so it's not just the tier loot that's associated with it, which is very important, but also the activity itself I feel like needs to change in some capacity. Maybe not like, completely alternate, but I mean, like in some capacity needs to be a little bit different. And then of course you got to add the Banes and everything else to it.
Yeah. I think the feat system is awesome in raids. I like that every time I do Desert Perpetual, it can be a totally different raid. Yeah. Not just in order of encounters, but like whatever feats I want to combine. I think that is a really solid idea for Bungie to be able to keep the same raids that you've had forever. You don't have to invest a ton of resources into them, but add in feats and let people, try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feats on different raids. I think that would also incentivize newer players to get in, because they'd have a better chance at finding fire teams that still want to do those. Like, I don't want to hop into Garden of Salvation or like, I'm not doing that raid ever again. I don't need to. Really?
Yes. I have a dedicated like team of people in my clan who always want to run Garden. Like, is it
because of the red borders, or just they like Garden?
They just like Garden. They love that.
Okay, Bungie's got to study them too.
separate from the majority of the player population. But
Yeah, but Cross, is your take? So your take is that I'm hearing it's like dictator approach: play your game and make decisions, and don't pull the community, because the community would always be pretty polarizing.
I think there's a combination of the two that can be done, but I really like GGG's approach because you could tell they play their own game because they literally say it. We know this feels bad because we experience it, and I think that's really important. When they say that they themselves experience something that drags down the gameplay experience for them. Yeah, I just feel like I mean, I don't know how many people at the very, very top is playing. And by the way, here's the other thing. The people at the very top, they may be playing Destiny, but they're playing the Destiny 6 months from now.
Are we still diving into that, or?
Yeah. I just want to bring it back to that point one more time. The problem is leadership, or the people at the top that's really heading things off, is playing with Destiny 6 months from now. So they may be playing with a completely different. You see where I'm coming from? Different from sandbox, different from level progression, different from everything. You see what I mean? So they're kind of living in a different world, is what I'm saying.
I think though that you mentioned there's like, where's the disconnect between the live team and the team that's building what we see 6 months from now? I feel like, let's say live team was super confident in the way that things were going, and then the team that's building out the Destiny 6 months from now is building it based on all of our current state system. And then so then every time a live team decides they want to make a change, it also involves the team that's building the future content, because if we're making a change permanently, we need to make it to all of the content that's being built. I feel like there's this like endless loop of, okay, every time we make a change, it involves everyone. It's not just the live team. But yeah, I completely agree with you with the GGG thing. I don't know if Twitter is the best way for a AAA studio to be asking for feedback. It seems like that's where Bungie asks for it most, but also it always seems that they're just saying, we heard you feel this, or we heard that this is a pain point for people. We hear you when you're saying that, cheaters are bad here, or this meta's bad, instead of saying, yeah, we played this shit. It's
we
awful.
want you to feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You need to be like straight up, like whoever is heading the live team, they need to have grinded to 450. Yeah. And that experience alone will make them go, okay, I know, I can see it clearly. What's wrong here? There's no shooting in the dark on what to fix. You just experience that grind.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless you're just crazy. Unless you're just fucking crazy and you're just like, I love this shit. I love pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More Caldera. More.
I mean, someone in this call has said that they wouldn't mind 1,200 Caldera runs if that's what it takes to get to 450.
Dude, I stopped at 400. I was like, this is terrible.
I am choosing not to grind to 450, knowing that it's going to be significantly easy. Like I'm past 400, but I will not be pushing myself to get to 450.
I'm 450. I mean, I stopped at 400 Caldera runs. Yeah. I was like,
no,
I need more variability. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I have to say on that. I'm glad they came out and they did what we asked them to do, though. They addressed it. They also shared their philosophy, and then they clearly laid out exactly what it is that are the tangible benefits that are coming. The big one being the multiple prime drops. So I thought the layout was really, really good for this and was understandable. Because again, last week's TWAB had some good things in it, but it was completely overlooked because of all the bad stuff. And they even mentioned that there was like a moment of humility in the TWAB where it's like, we messed up. That's good.
Yeah.
This is really, really good. How we can avoid this in the future? Again, I mean, you can have all the play tests in the world. You can have content creators and streamers come see you, but nothing is better than just firsthand experience. If you sit there and you pump out the grind to 450 and you're heading the live team, now that doesn't leave you a lot of room to do much else. You know what I mean? But that's just your job. It's just literally just, if you're filling the systems out, you're just constantly gaming and playing. Joe was really good about that. Joe was constantly playing the game. He was constantly jumping in with like QJ and doing raids and other things. And so
I think they just lost a lot of resources. And
that's probably it too. Yeah.
It's very, very clear that a part of the business that they've lost is that playtesting sector. I mean, it gets to a point where if your team's small enough, when do you have time to develop and play and like be engaged with the creator community? And I'm not defending them. Like they need to play the game. I completely agree with you. But I do feel like we're feeling the consequences of the numerous layoffs that have happened.
Yeah, potentially.
But huge W to them for actually explaining their philosophy, because last week on the podcast, that is what you said. I wish they just said, this is the change we're making and this is our thought process. This is why we're doing this. Yeah. And they did it. So that's a positive.
Speaking of philosophy, what do we think about the class identities that they put there in the meaty section of this week's TWAB?
Everybody's gonna play Warlock. That's what I think. Those changes,
Probably.
those changes are massive. But don't worry, we can use Howl the Storm twice. Hallelujah.
I'll tell
I
you
will
what
say-
though.
I'm gonna be on Warlock. Go ahead, Lance.
Channel of the Old Gods, if it gets to 65% bonus damage on top of the gauntlets, it's going to be insane for endgame.
Can you imagine running a weapon with Demolitionists and then Child of Old Gods just proccing that over and over
Just
again?
procking it over and over. Yeah, that's a good point too.
It's going to be
'Cause-
nuts.
On top of getting your rift back constantly, so will you have like 4 Child of the Old Gods on the field on top of having the gauntlets? Just like
If
it's
you're
going to
running
be
Briar Bonds,
exactly those. That's exactly what I was talking about. Like it's going to be crazy. We'll have to see how it plays out, but it's like Cross said. I think everyone's going to be a Warlock. 100 changes weren't substantial enough in my eyes, at least. Like 40 weapon stat, nice, whatever. But I mean, weapons is not really that important, anyways. Like I think the more we play this expansion, the more we realize that weapon stat is not that good. Like it's okay, but it's not that good.
You think it needs more to it?
it's just
Fuck
hard
no.
to argue.
I
against,
think
like,
others are just
uptime.
better.
Yeah.
Like ability uptime is massive. Like when you see the rotations people are doing in the shooting range between like their hunter, like grenades and knives, and just like
Exactly,
spamming
yeah.
over and over.
That really
Like, it's
helped us in the
crazy.
day one raid, though. What we rocking day one raid? Everybody's rocking illegal armor sets.
Super.
No, super and weapons. Everyone was
Super
rocking
weapons.
illegal armor sets for that shit. So I think it makes a substantial difference. I think weapons is
Well,
really good.
What stats did people have? Like, because I mean, back then, right? It was people didn't have tier 5 armor, so it was a little bit lower in the stat departments across the board. I feel like the ability uptime gets way better when you have a bigger pool to like spread around. Because isn't the meta? Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the meta to just get like 100 in each of your abilities stats, or close to maybe a little bit over?
Depends what you're playing.
It all depends on what you're again using grenade build.
Yeah.
You go on max discipline
Yeah.
or melee. Max melee. But and not that the raid should define or the day one raid should define everything, but like that clearly was super weapons. Hence why we don't have a primary, secondary super weapon armor set.
Yeah. It doesn't exist for a reason.
Don't know what they're gonna do about that either, too, because we're going into we're going into epic raid, and so everyone's gonna. I mean, Les, you still have your armor set, your OG armor set?
I've imitated it already. Like I can get 200 grenade, 100 super, and like the rest of weapons if I wanted to. Like the armor set that I have
I guess
now,
yeah,
like the gear sets are
because you
good
don't need
enough,
the you don't need the extra super damage, because you're rocking
No.
well.
You need to get at least 100 super though. I think 100 super is like a must.
That's a must, yeah.
But then Starfire is just so broken, so it's like you want to rock 200 grenade, you know?
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. So you're probably fine. For me, I'm still going to be rocking like pretty much my old armor sets. Hopefully I don't die because I'm losing on the damage resist, but like the stats there, you know, they're just too important. You know, so like I think Salt even came out and said that this armor set needs to be addressed, but who knows what Bungie does.
I did see that. He said we should not be allowed to equip it if it's illegal armor.
But on the top of the class changes though, or the upcoming, you know, class changes, yes, Warlock, I mean, Hunter's going to be very, very good with Gunpowder Gamble. And
that one, yeah,
that's true. That's looking straight juiced. And then Warlock, they're really just leaning into that, you know, that turret buddy identity. I think it's pretty fun. I'm excited for him. I think you guys are going to cook. So good for y'all.
I'm going to be on Warlock.
Times got nothing, man. They really didn't get anything, which sucks.
Do Titans need more?
Well, they're going to be getting more with the Sentinel changes at some point, but that hasn't materialized. Like they haven't told us what that's going to look like at all. I mean, I'm going to be honest, that needs to happen. I have not seen anyone rock like a Void Super and actually do anything meaningful with it in a while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You don't rock a Void Super in a day one unless you're tethering, but even then, there are better options.
I think Bungie just thought that the nerfs to Well would be enough to make Bubbles stand out, and it has not. Like Well is just too good as what it is, that it's better accommodated by extra healing from a support auto rifle or healing turrets or whatever you got to do.
Well, you don't even get weapons with Bubble.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they took
The
away.
fact that you guys don't even know that tells you how much people use damn Bubble. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
You're right.
I just say like a lot of people don't even know that because nobody uses that shit. I don't know why they did that change. Oh, cool.
They changed it because they wanted Warlock to be the damage. Like the Warlock Super does the damage, the Titan Super offers the shield, and lo and behold, people were just like, well, we're just gonna do Titans for Thunder Crash or something else with more damage, and we'll get around the extra health being gone on the Warlock side with the other stuff.
They gave the value to the Helm of Saint 14s. They gave the benefit to that to rock the weapons, and then you got the double up weapons and blessing. And like a lot of people are saying in chat right now it's because of PvP that they made that change. But I think with the armor changes they made in PvP, where you could push a bubble. You could push a bubble and kill a guy in his bubble fairly easy, especially if there's two of you. You'll shit on that bubble. So giving them the ability to have weapons, I think that's completely fine. I don't think that would break anything in PvP.
Well, you can also reduce the percentage in PvP too. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy.
That's true.
It's not a reason to get rid of it across the board, but
yeah.
I think bubble is useless because you can't shoot out of it.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what makes it useless.
In what world, like, unless it's the Titans and you can shoot through the bubble? Like, in what world are you gonna pick bubble over well when you have to step out of it? You have to step out of it to do damage. So
Destiny Rising, you can shoot out of a bubble, right? Any Yoder's bubble you can shoot out of it?
I think you can. Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should tie either. This is where it gets kind of crazy because PvP, you get to shoot out a bubble, instant win of a round, no doubt. You instantly win that round.
Say what? Hold on, say that again.
If you can shoot out of a bubble in PvP, you instantly win a trials round.
Oh yeah,
you put the bubble on the point, you just shoot on them, and you have extra health.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the problem.
That's broken.
And I wouldn't be I wouldn't mind it being tied to Sightins though. Make it so where Sightins makes you able to shoot through barricades and bubbles.
Yeah.
And in PvP, if you're rocking Sightins, you can't just hot swap. You lose your super. So that would probably be the best way to do that to make bubble viable because right now there's no reason to use bubble. You can't shoot out of it.
Or we just tune abilities differently for PvE and PvP, but I know that's asking for a lot. Like it does something different in PvE than it does in PvP.
Yeah. Functionality difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
It's asking for a lot. It's unrealistic, but yeah, that'd be ideal.
I don't know what else they could do to bubble to make it better. You give it weapons, okay, nice.
That's it.
completely
Shoot through is the only thing to make it as good as well.
Yeah.
But then can you imagine like your DPS meta is just Well of Radiance and then a bubble right on top of it and you just can't die because you have the armor of light, blessing of light, and then you have the constant heal from Well on top of Radiant. Like they'll just make encounters much more difficult or make it so you have to move around constantly. It's the only other way. But yeah,
maybe you do something like maybe you add some extra functionality to bubble and like completely shift it away. I don't know, increased ability regeneration for everyone on your team or something like that. Like just maybe something that ups your abilities like through the roof. I don't know, just some ideas. Because this identity of having like here's the thing that gives you health and extra damage, and here's the thing that now can give you extra damage if you run the right exotic, but also gives you more like survivability. They're just too close. And usually you're choosing one person or like back-to-back wells just because it's better. But
plus, if Bubble was to be as good as we want it to be right now, would you still pick it over Storm's Keep? Bolt Charge is just so good. You know, you have the Rally Barricade, which is taunting, so you don't take as much damage, and then you're constantly getting Bolt Charge stacks for free. So it's like there's that trade-off. It's like, okay, Bolt Charge is just really good for damage. Bubble is not really good. Doesn't really benefit you at all. We'll see what they do. But that class identity thing with the TWAB, cool. I think Titans deserved a bit more juice if they want to be that barricade class or that shielding class.
I don't care.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't care.
I don't care.
Okay.
Krauss is
I don't
playing
care.
Warlock. He'll be okay.
That is
Yeah,
true.
he's playing Warlock anyway. Who cares about Titan changes?
Anything else from the TWAB? Or we want to move on to some of the
No, we can move on.
Move on. It's the best game of all time.
What,
Which
Destiny?
one? Destiny Rising?
Destiny Rising.
It's like, which game is next?
Destiny Rising.
Let's
Come
talk
on.
about this damn game, man. This
Talk about
mobile game that you can play on your PC with emulators like Moo and BlueStacks. And let me just say, I wanted to hate this game. I still want to hate this game. I wanted to I'm trying to find that reason to be like, fuck this game. But hot damn, does it have some good features, man? Like really good features. I mean, they're playing card games against Jermaine. I'm fishing in the damn social area. We've got these clan features. We're running around and like expanding our tile set for our clan. Oh, there's the weapon review thing. Like when you pick up a weapon roll
Yep.
and like you want to know, like, not that I would want to, but you can see where other people have reviewed the weapon on their weapon. You don't have to go to Light GG. It's right there.
Yeah.
Now, you can't see all the rolls, but you can see if that particular roll has been highly reviewed. And it's actually just a bunch of people just saying random stuff in there. So be prepared for lots of penises. There's probably going to be so many dongs being posted in that damn comment section. But the point is, that's the MMO way. Bungie, you cannot shield us from dicks. You have to let it happen. And
It's a
Destiny
beautiful
Rising
statement.
is allowing it to happen. But this is the MMO way.
Yep. Bungie, you can't shield us from dicks. That's your take?
That's my take on it. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good summary.
I think that's a great point just about Bungie as a whole. I mean, you look at Marathon's development and how they didn't want to have the proximity chat for the exact same reason. Like, I don't know how everyone else feels, but Destiny not having like a good like global chat or like do you ever use text chat outside of whispering someone and maybe talking to some clanmates?
I do.
Like, ever?
I do.
Okay.
Talk shit to my teammates.
Yep. Well, he does.
What, just like randomly? Y'all shit talk people randomly? In
No.
I
I don't shit talk.
No. Like if we're 8 rounds into trials and you have a 0.00 KD, I'm like, brother, got to do more.
Les, are you really one of those guys?
Yes, I am.
He's trying. That person's trying so hard. The last thing they want to hear is you telling me shit.
They're just running off on their own. So I'm telling them, like,
oh my
what you're doing
God.
is not working. Stick with the team.
Like, they could be 12 years old.
They could. There's a variety of reasons, Les.
Cross. What does your son do right now for you? Fucking mows the lawn. It builds character development. Being told you're doing something wrong. No. I wasn't telling them your shit. I'm saying what you're doing right now is not working. Please stick with the team.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
You know what Les does? If he has a long blocked list on Destiny, and there's 2 reasons why someone can get blocked. 1, they're cheating. 2, they're shit at the game. He blocks people who are shit at trials so that he can't matchmake with them in the future. So
what's wrong with that?
It's just a very funny concept, Les.
That's in PvP games. That's pretty common, actually.
Thank you.
If you ever played Overwatch, it's like
no. Okay. I do it in trials. I do it in trials, but I mostly do it in comp because in Ascendant comp, I'm expecting my teammates to have brains.
Yeah.
Majority of them, when they bottom frag, they don't got brains. I'm sorry.
I hear you, Les.
A lot of top PvP players' mindset. You should see other people's block list.
In terms of why I use text chat, I'm just like an MMO player at heart, I think. I try to socialize with everyone. I'm in that local chat, like the orange one that no one uses. When I started playing the game, when I started playing the game, we were in the throne world, and I would literally go up to random people, start teabagging with them, chat them in local chat, be like, hey, you want to do this strike with me? I don't know who you are. And then my friends list to this day is filled with people that I met like 3 years ago in the game. And I just met them randomly in an instance. We probably did like a raid together or something, but I use text chat.
See,
and I wish it was better.
That's kind of a little bit of my point, because even you're saying that you use it when you're in an instance. I'm talking like if you hop into Warframe, right? That chat is moving. Like, it is a ton of people just talking. And I don't know. I grew up playing like Clash of Clans, and you'd hop over and you'd go hit global, and then there's just this scrolling text chat of people saying random stuff and just like talking to each other. Destiny doesn't have that. Like, it doesn't have this, like, I guess, community place where everyone just hops in and just talks about random stuff and just like socializes. So it's very like small instance based. So the people who are in your instance are like a couple people at best. And I mean, there's not a trade chat because there's no trading. So it's missing that extra like socialization factor.
A global chat be dope just to have it. But Bungie, we've been, so the reason why Destiny Rising I think is really standing out is that it's got more MMO features than Destiny 2 does. And you know, Destiny 2, I remember it was right after Activision and Bungie split, and then that's when Bungie was like starting to slap MMO on Destiny. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, we want to lean more into this MMO world. And we've been there's been a big pullback on that. Like, take, for instance, the destinations, like whether it's been Pelhart or Kepler and stuff like that. You just don't have a situation where you're running into just random rogue guardians out there that are also doing stuff. And you're just not organically bumping into those people. Now, granted, they've got like matchmaking and stuff like that, I guess, for like some Fireteam mobs and stuff, but like they haven't opened up matchmaking across the board for everything, which I think they should. I think they should just open up matchmaking for better or for worse. I think global chat would be nice, even though there's probably just going to be, you know, some heinous things said in that thing all the time.
Yeah.
But that's just part of it. Like, that's just, and like, I don't know, you know, I'm trying to remember it was like a social lead for Bungie years ago, and she had mentioned that I think a reason why they didn't want to do that was because they didn't want to expose youth to, you know, potential toxicity and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, just have an age verification then. Have like an age verification where you can't access global chat unless you're 18 and plus, if that's what you want, or maybe a parent can sign off for you or some shit. But like, if that's the thing that's really holding that whole entire process back. But yeah, Destiny Rising has some great social features. Now, it's still clearly a mobile game. Like, when you're playing it, like, and by no way am I looking at it and playing it going, wow, the gunplay here is better than Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
or the even like the sandbox. Like I still prefer Destiny every single time when it comes to like gameplay. Also, Destiny Rising is, it's a gacha game. It's limited because not only you limit it to like what characters and their subclasses are, but like their weapons they can use. But that's just the way that game is. But in terms of just sheer content, I'm blown away by how much is in that game and how well they have done things that really, like, for instance, the Gambit mode. That Gambit mode
So
inside of
Such a good game
Destiny
mode, man.
Rising.
Wow, we had so much fun playing it.
It
Shifting gate's
destroys our current Gambit. Like our current
Yes.
Gambit just looks just so barbaric, man, just so simple compared to that. And look,
Yeah.
I mean, that system I think it would work inside of Destiny 2. And we do have a Gambit change. They said they're doing things with Gambits coming in Renegades. What I really hope is like we could be in a situation here where NetEase is playtesting potential future content for Destiny 2 if Bungie acts on it. But let's lay out some of the features. There was 2 key features from the alpha last year that right afterwards we saw in Destiny. One was bolt charge, and what was the other one?
Crossbow.
The crossbow.
Wow.
The crossbow. And so I'm not saying that. Keep in mind, people are like, oh, Bungie didn't have time to create. Like, they didn't play the alpha and suddenly go, oh, let's now include this. No, guys. Bungie probably played that shit many months in advance before it came to us in the alpha. You know what I mean? Like, who knows when they played that version of Destiny Rising? But I think it would be hugely advantageous for Bungie to go to there and cherry pick the best stuff from Destiny Rising and add those features.
Yeah, I agree. I think that game showed me like, oh, this is what Destiny would look like if it was more social. Like you said, I'll always pick, if I was like, oh, you want to run Grandmaster or Strikes in Destiny 2 or Destiny Rising or a raid or what, I'm always going to choose Destiny 2. Like the gunplay is just, you're not going to match that on a mobile game. But you're also, when you load into the tower, everyone's chatting, it's super social, you're in clans together. But then your pack can be 30 people of the same exact character because the customization's not there like it is in Destiny. And so it would just be cool if we had those social features and we were our own guardian, like in Destiny 2, versus you have to pull and you have a select number of characters that you can be, and this is what they're going to look like unless you buy a skin for them too. I think Destiny 2 has so much potential to be that fresh vibe that people are going for with Rising. We need social features. I never thought I'd sound like you in that aspect, but like clan housing, please. Because one of my favorite features in Destiny Rising so far is that if people on your friends list or in your pack are online, you are going to load into instances with them.
That's
Like
huge.
it's huge. I love that feature so much. I realized it was happening very quickly when I was like, wait, every game I play, every strike I load into in Rising, I'm with someone that I know. And it kind of incentivizes you to play with them and play the game more because you're like, wait, Les is online. Let me invite him to my fire team, or let's go like get this thing for the clan housing. Let's go do this, boss encounter. I didn't even know that he was online. So I just love the little, it feels like they thought of the little details too. And I hope that Bungie takes notes.
The thing I'm the biggest fan of is the pack hunt thing. There's sections on the map that have a boss, and you go in there with 5 other clan members. You do some damage, and another set of clan members goes in there, does a certain amount of damage until you kill that boss, and then you get stuff that makes your clan house better. Like that is such a sick feature to have. Like I did it this morning. Like I did 2 of them. Our clan members were like, hey, we need 2 people to run this. We can finish it today. I jump in there, we kill them, we get resources for the clan housing. Like that stuff in Destiny 2 would work.
Yeah. The most that we're incentivized to play with our clan in Destiny is in a blue moon when we're trying to bounty prep and we have to do clan bounties like that. The other 300 something days of the year, it's like, oh, cool, we're in a clan together.
Yeah.
We get Ingrams. We get Ingrams for being in the clan, but those Ingrams they're not primes. Like it's not rewarding. So you're kind of just existing with people.
It's like CrossFit, man. Like this stuff could be a way Bungie gauges, oh, this system will be good in Destiny. People like this system. The Gambit mode. I would not be surprised if they come out and say, hey, Renegades, we've revamped Gambit. This is how it is. And it's pretty much just a carbon copy. Maybe more extensive. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm concerned they're going to come out in December and be like, here's Gambit. Here's your new map.
Ooh.
And it's a return of an old map. I'm really concerned about that now
because for that they would get flamed
because now we've just experienced what Gambit should be, and so if they just come out and they just throw us an old map, or even if it's just a new map, at this point, it's got to change. But
No, it better not be a new
A
map.
reprised map would be so good.
oh man,
Luke, no. We could do reprise map and fix Gambit. You know, and like people really do like Gambit. It's just stale. Okay, maybe I'm talking for myself, but I think once upon a time, Gambit was really fun. It just never got any sort of fresh update, no change to the way that it's played. So then it got stale for everyone. But I think at its core, it's good.
A pretty defined meta too of like you rock this weapon and this weapon and you win, and either your entire team does that or you lose.
I will say, me, Les, and Cross were shitting on people yesterday in that Gambit mode in Destiny Rising, and I will attribute a good bit of it to what character they chose.
Ning was farming.
It's the same thing in Rising. It's like, okay, go into Gambit, and here's your S tier characters, and if you're using another one, you're gonna lose. So I think those balancing issues exist everywhere. They just need to learn how to tackle them, I guess.
We'll see. I think Bungie's a huge problem with them is they make too much temporary just shit. You know, I look at the whole like area with the whole tonic system and stuff like that. Like how much time did something like that take? Or the any other seasonal activity, you know what I mean, in the past. Like sometimes you're going to have to make something that you know is going to have a lot of longevity to it, and it may not appear to have a lot of return on investment, you know, at least up front. And that's the conversation I hear about social features. It's like, well, what's the return on investment? And it's like, I don't know. How do you like a happy community? Like, that's fucking, that's a pretty good return. Happy people spend money.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know that Destiny Rising, it's a gacha game, so they're going to be swimming in it to make more of these features, and they know that. I don't know that we already do spend money on Destiny 2, but if Bungie was like, okay, cool, you can have these features, we're going to implement a lot more monetization though, and like we're going to make sure that we more so align with Destiny Rising in that capacity. I don't know that it would go the same way for the Destiny 2 community. So I think it's a fine line to walk with resources.
Well, I'm hoping Destiny Rising, you know, I'm curious to see how it does, you know, and I am also curious to see like where's the paywall and, you know, if other people are running into that yet. You know, of course, people have, you know, I dropped money during the beta, so I got a lot of that silver back, plus the 10%. I don't know if there's anyone in the stream right now that's been playing as a purely free-to-play player, but curious to know, like, how are you feeling? Like, what's your experience been like? Right now, we are living in a world, though, where they are definitely conditioning us. We are hitting level caps every single day. And so you play this game like you would any other gacha game, which is you get in, you do your dailies, it's routine, you get out. And that drove me crazy with Genshin years ago. Because I was like, what? I can't just grind this game mindlessly, you know, for as long as I want. Some aspects you could, but you know, once you got all the collectibles and everything else, it's like I do my dailies and that's it. And Destiny Rising is definitely conditioning the player base into that same area.
Yeah. I'm free to play. I haven't spent any money in Rising. I didn't play the alpha or beta, so I didn't spend money beforehand either. And I will say, like, I don't have as good of a character as you or less. My RNG when I'm pulling seems shit. Maybe my RNG is just shit regardless, and it would be if I spent money, but I cannot.
You got somebody yesterday.
I got Tan, but
he's like the best 5-star in the game. So he's really...
But I like used every pull that I had before he was the very last one.
Yeah.
And can't you get like a mythic 5-star in Rising, or like is there a tier above?
There's not a tier. No, it's just 5-star.
Okay. Yeah. So I finally got Tan yesterday, but like if I want any more pulls, I obviously have to spend money or just keep coming back to the game every day and grind eventually to like get the materials for enough pulls to get another 5-star. Whereas like you spent money, they probably increase your RNG, and you've got multiple to choose from right off the bat. And you know, I've been playing every day too. I was playing this morning. It's frustrating to be hit with that. Okay, you're at your wall for today. Sorry, no more for you. Even yesterday when we were fishing, like I ran out of bait, and if I spent real money, there was a way for me to like get the materials for more. Otherwise, it said you're locked until this level to buy more bait, and you can't reach this level until tomorrow. So
I didn't realize that. Wow. Even the bait for fishing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think Destiny Rising does a better job than a lot of other gacha games though, and I'll tell you why. Genshin Impact's biggest reason to get as many characters as possible is the end game activity requires 2 teams of 4 characters. Destiny Rising, you need 3 characters.
Yep.
1 Void, 1 Arc, 1 Solar. You have that, you will get through every single content of the game.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's fair.
That is the goal of every player. And I'm saying this to everyone on the podcast. Just get a solar. Wolf is very good. Get an arc and get a void character. Level those 3 up and you will finish everything in the game. Everything else is bonus. Like, oh, I want to play with this character just because I like the aesthetic or whatever. You're good. But in Genshin, you needed 8 maxed out characters to be able to do the end game content. So that's one thing that this game does a lot better and it's more reasonable. You get 60 pulls, guaranteed a 5-star. After 180 pulls, you can pick a 5-star that you want. And that's not just once. Another 180 pulls, you're going to get a 5-star. When are we going to reach our cap? We're getting very minimal pulls. I think once the whole story's done and your characters are like power level 90, you're going to start hitting very limited resources, where you're going to need to use your pinnacle energy, and that's all you can do. So it's just a matter of time.
Do you think that's because they want you to like really get invested in the game, give you a bunch of materials and characters early on, and then once you're invested and coming back every day, they're like, okay,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I've never played a gacha game, so that experience is new to me, and it's pretty jarring, honestly.
Yeah.
I would play the game more if I wasn't hit with the, okay, sorry, you don't actually get to do that mission until tomorrow at reset. Or you could, pay this and get this pinnacle energy. And, Destiny has plenty of monetization as well. It's just different. It's buy this skin if you want to buy this skin. It's not, you can't equip a void super unless you unlock it by pulling, and you like can spend money to get more pulls. It's just different for me.
Yeah.
So
For gotcha.
Yes, the
first hit is free.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the way. And then they want to get you on the hook. The other thing though is, and a huge reason why I think that they're limiting leveling is this will stretch their content. That was the other thing I was concerned about. Like, I was concerned, is there going to even be enough to do in the game? Well, if you're capping everyone daily on how much progress they can make, you're going to be able to control the content cycle. And
is that per account? So like Liv, for instance, you said that you hit a cap. Is that cap set for everyone and you have to wait another 24 hours? Or is it once you catch up, everyone's at the same threshold?
I think everyone's at the same threshold every day, right?
Yeah, it is.
Everyone in the game can reach level 41 today. Let's just say, like, I'm just saying a number. So if I started playing Destiny Rising today, I think that I would be able to grind all the way up until
get to 45.
Yeah.
That was my understanding of how it worked, but I just wanted to be sure.
I think they're spacing it out to stretch their content, obviously, but also like player retention. Get people. If I grind it all in one day and then I burn myself out and I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied with Rising, I'm not coming back. Like that doesn't benefit them either. So it really helps player retention to time gate.
The game's got some jank though, man. Crucible's a shit show. I mean,
is it?
Yeah,
I didn't get to play it yet.
It's
because it's locked behind a level.
Yeah. Everything's locked behind some level of progression. But no, the ability spam, crazy. It's just absolute chaos. It's essentially mayhem, but with arguably worse. Well, I wouldn't say, it's not that the connections are bad. It's a combination, I think, of being a mobile game, and then everybody has these abilities that can make them essentially TP. I don't know about you, Les. I was having a hard time keeping up with everybody. It's like, what is happening, man? Everybody's doing their animations, slam animations, blinking, jumping, super animations. So it just felt like mayhem, but it was even more chaotic than like Destiny 2 mayhem.
It's why it's a weekend thing, right? Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's activities available. Go play Crucible.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not supposed to be a serious thing. It's not like Trials where like you're sweating your balls off,
I don't think they're gonna lean in hard.
Maybe they'll add Trials. We'll see.
The rewards are not that good either. It's just bright dust. It seems like they just added it just to have it there. And maybe they'll have a Trials mode in the future, but I would be very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, their loot is just, you're not gonna, like, Destiny players complain about the loot that we get, even when it's good. So literally all you're getting in activities are bright dust, glimmer, like 200 glimmer too, or 50 bright dust, very low. So you're playing it because it's fresh and fun, and I don't know if it, like, you're not going to incentivize people to get in comp, or like, unless it's fresh and fun. When they play comp for a day or two in Rising, I could see them being like, okay, no need for me to do this anymore because it's not giving me anything that I need to progress in this game. It's just for fun. That's it.
I'm being told Osiris is in the game, so who knows? Maybe they will add Trials of Osiris. So
nice.
That's gonna be interesting.
In the alpha, you were getting this currency when you played the Crucible mode, and then you could buy mythic weapons with that currency.
I remember that.
I don't know if we have it. I don't know if we're at that. I think we're not at that level yet to get the max rewards, because we can't get mythic weapons right now. I think tomorrow is when we officially get mythic weapons. because it'll be tied to level 46 and up. It unlocks the hard mode for a couple of activities, which give mythic rewards. So we have to just, it's a time game right now is what it is. They're not giving us everything. So we'll have to wait and see if they actually kept that system in from the alpha to the full game, where you get this currency and you go to the Iron Bar, I think is what it's called, store, and you buy multiple copies of the weapon. It's a wait and see moment as well. Like, it's funny how everything Destiny related is just wait and see.
Wait and see.
Well, it's the number one or most downloaded mobile game right now, right? Like I think I've seen some articles on that. So
Yeah.
good for them. I will say, do y'all feel like what is the split here? Like we can only sit here and wonder, but what is the revenue split? Is there any type of royalty split here for Bungie? And because, like, do you feel like Bungie, have they been promoting it pretty good? How y'all feel about that? Y'all feel like, because they mentioned in the TWAB, there is an emblem. There is that collab.
Tied to it.
Yeah, there is.
Emblem, TWAB, tweet, but nothing super crazy. Even Paul Tasser's commenting on that. He's like, it doesn't feel like they've done a lot together, which they totally could.
Not to get too corporate or anything, but like I don't think they're getting royalties. I don't think they're getting consistent payouts.
Do you think it was at 100 million and that's it?
I think they got the rights. I think there's probably some sort of contract that says what they are allowed to poach, what they're not allowed to poach. Like what are the boundaries that they can push? And I'm sure that there are conversations between the two companies on like, oh, hey, we want to adopt this. Like you made Desert Perpetual. Could we make this version of it in Rising? They can't just take content that isn't explicitly stated already, but I highly doubt Bungie is getting a consistent payout from this app.
Oh, that sucks.
If they were, oh my, they would be so set. I don't know if Sony would be like, time to acquire. Like, it's time to just absorb Bungie once and for all if they were about to get royalties from a gacha game and a mobile game at that, because the player count for mobile games is just always going to be so much higher than a PC game.
How does this work with Sony? Because like Sony owns Bungie, right? Don't they own the rights to Destiny and everything? I mean, like everything, right? Destiny, Marathon.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying is like, okay, let's just run the tape forward. What if Destiny Rising ends up completely overtaking Destiny 2 and like ends up becoming the Destiny game? Didn't you just kill your own game for the by selling the license here? And how could that even happen?
I'm trying to read into it. From what I'm seeing right off the bat, it just says, so I was worried that Bungie sold their full IP to, or like a portion of their IP to NetEase to do whatever they want with it. NetEase just made the $100 million investment in Bungie is what they called it. And Bungie now has a minority stake in NetEase for Destiny Rising. So they have a seat on the board, and the rights or this investment was made pre-split from Activision. So Sony was not involved in the discussions for this initial investment. Maybe that changes my opinion. If Bungie's on the board and they have minority stake in NetEase for Rising, maybe they are getting paid. I don't know.
I would hope. I mean, like, 'cause to me, that's just like, that's just not a good deal. I mean, even with it being, I guess, I don't know, 100 million or however much, you know what I'm coming from? Granted, that was after Activision, and I know Bungie was just trying to keep the lights on, but, you know.
Bungie's not been known to make very smart long-term decisions, I guess. So I was in the boat of like, yeah, they're probably not getting royalties, but hey, maybe they are. They're on the board for the game. So
whatever it is, I would doubt that it's a very, very substantial split, because if it was, I would expect to see way more collaboration and like at least promotion of like, go play this game, go do it. Here's all these different things that were like as much as possible, because if the money was there, like especially if they're strapped for cash a little bit post all the layoffs and whatnot, like I would imagine they'd be really trying to sell it if they were getting a substantial cut. But
I think it's clear in that Rising is not. I don't think Rising is going to release on console or PC officially. I do wonder how Bungie feels about the fact that you can just run this game on PC, and it's a PC game, like aside from it being limited by like mobile game graphics and stuff, but I don't think it's ever going to launch and compete in the same space as Destiny 2. So yeah, Bungie, but they can't be making that much from it. I think they'd have less of a resource issue, probably be less prone to layoffs, and they'd be promoting the shit out of Rising as well. They'd be like, hey, go play that mobile game. Every time you're not home, come back to Destiny 2 when you're home. Like,
Potentially.
Can't be much.
There will be a wall for Destiny Rising. I'm just letting you know. We will all hit a wall where you get on for 30 minutes, do your dailies, and then get off.
Yeah.
Where
It
is
happened with Genshin.
where is the money wall? Where are we gonna hit that? Because look, or is it just gonna be they're gonna bring out new banners because they split everything up in banners, and so they're limited banners. So right now everybody's trying to get Goth Mommy, and I don't know when she goes away.
25 days.
Mm,
They'll probably have an event banner every month.
25 days and then she's just out of the game.
And she's out of the loophole. And what certain games do, which is what Genshin does, after like a year of the character not being available, they'll bring back the banner.
It's a long time.
Or in some cases, they made it so they put it in the regular banner. So that's probably what's going to happen the same way here. It might not be a year. It might just be like 3 months, depending on how fast they can cook up characters. They'll probably recycle them, their banner at least, or they might just throw them into the main banner. And instead of having just 3 characters to earn in the main banner, you'll have 4.
Cobra saying it's a 6-month rotation.
Yeah. So they're just incentivizing people like, okay, if you don't have Gwen, 3 days left to spend whatever amount you need to spend. Is it 100 to guarantee it?
60 pools times 180. That's how much of the material Lumia leaves you need.
Oh,
I didn't look into it. I will not be spending that money on this game, so don't even want to know.
all right. Well,
Yeah, about 1,100 silver
It's not bad.
for
That's okay.
guaranteed.
1,100. Are you sure that's not right?
There's no way. If it was 1,100, everyone would have her. Everyone.
That's what you-
1,100 is $11.
11,800. My bad. I'm sorry.
11.
My bad. My bad.
Right.
11,800. My bad.
So over $100.
I missed a zero. I missed a zero. Hold up.
No, you're good. You're good.
I missed a zero.
Okay. So over $100 to guarantee the 5-star.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I thought that it was 100, but yeah.
Keep in mind, you got to get multiple rolls of that or multiple 5-stars to upgrade your 5-star.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So it's $100 per guarantee.
Damn,
we spend
dude.
$100 for the year of content
Actually,
in Destiny 2.
It's not $100 because you only get, so the first time you buy the $100 bundle, you get double. The second time you buy it, you don't get that double. So it's like 6,000 silver for $100.
Oh,
so
that's right. That's right.
So you need
It's
$200
about-
after
it's
the
about
first one?
$200. Yes, it's about $200.
200 for a character?
Nice.
Y'all.
Welcome to Gotcha, baby. Welcome to Gotcha.
That's crazy.
Welcome to Gotcha, Liv.
Crazy.
Gotcha.
And we're sitting here debating about Edge of Fate being worth $40. by
I
the way.
know, right?
Like,
Oh.
what? Here's your raid and epic raid and your tiered loot system and like your new destination and your campaign, and we're like, oh fuck, $40. That's
Yeah,
$40.
dude.
It's
Win.
How
crazy.
could you
$200.
dare ask us for $40?
Oh my gosh.
Damn right.
But 200 to get one character?
Mhm.
It's all about perspective, Liv. Comparing other Gotcha
Oh
games.
my gosh.
And then we're comparing Destiny 2 to other looter shooters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look,
It's
No,
different.
I know. I'm just messing with you. It's just crazy.
It's a
that
different scale, you know?
I didn't realize it was like that.
Nah, $180 for a character is bonkers, dude. Is wild. That's wild.
People spend it.
People will
pay
spend it though.
dude,
Yeah.
They already
dude.
have.
Day
I'm sure they
one.
already have.
Y'all remember day one when we were getting into the Gambit mode? That guy showed up and he had like that completely dripped out Ning. I went.
Yes.
Yes.
You had to.
Like
you had to spend
skin.
so much to get that armor set
Yep.
and like it was like the armor set, the coloring
And then the
for it.
color scheme for it. Yes,
oh
yes.
my god. He
Yeah.
had to at least have dropped $500-$600.
Yeah.
No. I don't
Oh,
think it's
at least.
$500 because I have enough of the currency to get the color scheme. I just don't want to spend 900 silver to get the skin. That's where I'm at right now. Like if I spend my 900 silver, I get Ning's skin, and then I already have enough currency to get the green color scheme.
I thought you get the currency though
900
from
silver.
pools though, Les. You get the currency from pools.
You have to pull.
At
Do you
least
not have enough-
full,
do you
you
not have
need to
enough,
spend.
Cross?
I may have enough. I haven't checked, but I thought you only got the currency from pools.
I think I think you are right. I think you get it only from pools.
So
But
so you still have to spend maybe 600 maybe too much, but
$600 is a lot.
yeah, but
That's at least 3 5-star characters.
Yeah.
I'm just
At
I,
least.
I think he dropped it. I think
At
he dropped
least.
it. I could
It's 3 most.
he looked like a well. Just
He
saying.
look like a whale.
Mhm.
He did.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
we shit on him though.
We did shit on him
Damn
because he
right.
didn't have the right character, and only a couple characters are like S
What do you
tier.
mean? He was rocking Ning. We were both rocking Ning and we won. What do you
Wait,
mean?
was he? It was just a
He
different.
was Ning. Yeah, it was a different skin.
The same name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should.
Are
We
you
should
gonna say, are you gonna
Yeah,
say
we
all
should've,
names
man.
look alike or something? Yeah.
God.
Hold up.
Whoa!
All right, moving on.
I just didn't know.
Moving on.
Oh my gosh.
There was another game that you guys got the chance to play recently that you haven't talked about.
Yeah, there was.
I don't know which one of you wants to lead it off. This is the secret information that we've been keeping back.
I'm actually so excited to talk about this.
This is the loot. This is the extraction shooter I'm playing.
You just lost everybody, by the way, when you said extraction shooter. You always wait to the last bit.
We should have waited to say that.
Yeah.
Extraction.
Yeah. We got to play.
Right?
Yeah, right. No, we didn't play Marathon, guys. We played Exoborne, which we played actually earlier this year. Anyways, there's been some massive changes to the game, and I don't know when Exoborne's going to come out, so we'll be talking about it probably more here in a few weeks. But Les, you tell me, Liv, you tell me. I actually like it more than
Arc Raiders.
Arc Raiders. And I thought Arc Raiders was fantastic. I really like Arc Raiders.
I will say, like, I know that there's going to be a lot of people that like you said, that get lost at extraction shooter and just say, okay, hard pass, that's not for me. I don't know where you and Les stand in general with extraction shooters, but I could not be less interested in general in that genre. And then Exoborne changed my mind. And that's saying a lot. Like, I genuinely had so much fun playing that game. And yeah, I played a little bit of the Marathon Alpha. I didn't get a code until the end, so very little. Exoborne was it. Gameplay wise, like every single thing about it was the one for me. And I didn't even know that it was a genre that I was interested in. So I know I just sound like I'm glazing, but Les and we DM'd the day after. We woke up the day after playing Exoborne and we were like, damn, I wish I was playing Exoborne today. So yeah, and it was very good.
People are gonna say hashtag ad. Guys, I'm being so genuine about this. This game is better.
Motherfuckers, I ain't getting paid for shit right now. Where y'all? Ain't no ad right now.
You get better movement. You get better movement because I think Arc Raiders movement is whatever. It's like any other extraction shooter.
It's a typical extraction, yeah.
It's a typical extraction movement, but this one you got grapple. You're running. Like when you sprint, you are sprinting fast.
Yeah.
Like it is not just your normal running. It is a like super boost. I don't know what it looks so cool. When you're playing and you're moving, you're like, holy shit, I am zooming right now. The movement you can do in the game, you have double jumps, you have the
glide,
the parachute thing, the gliding thing when like if there's like a storm or something, like that is amazing. That's so cool in my opinion.
It's just
the mechanics in the map as well to unlock certain areas was really cool as well. Weapons felt good. There were some things that
I was gonna say.
Don't get me wrong.
Overall,
it's not a perfect game.
It's time to complain. A little bit. I know Cross was saying some things got buggier over time. It seemed like some things went in the opposite direction. There was one map in particular that we played that just had way more bugs than the other maps. Like every single time you got into a gunfight with someone, they start jumping all over your screen. There was a lot of lag. Like your close range weapons just felt terrible. Felt like you couldn't hit anything. So of course, like there were bugs. So the potential of the game is there if the bugs are fixed, and that's a big if. I really like the weather and how there are storms and tornadoes on certain maps. Yep. However, those tornadoes are fucking deadly.
They made that change, yeah.
We were getting sucked up very frequitly. So it's funny, actually, like when you're with your friends, you're laughing about it. But if it was the real game, I'd be pissed.
So just so everyone knows, I didn't have the chance to hop into this play test. I have, however, seen we did some coverage of the game a while back, like earlier in its development, and so I got to see like some of Cross's gameplay on that. And yeah, it didn't seem like the tornadoes were huge threat back then.
Right. You could just open your chutes and round the tornado, and you could just literally just let it lift you up in the air. Now though, and I don't know why they made this change. It's interesting, but now though, if you open your chutes, it sucks you in just like an actual tornado. It immediately fucks you. So you don't want to open your chute at all.
There was a moment I got sucked into this tornado, and Liv also got sucked into a tornado. She dies, I live. I land, begin to heal, and I just see my character getting slowly dragged back into a tornado. So I go right back up into flying, and I'm over here just like, dude, get me the fuck out of this tornado. Land again, 1 HP, start healing. I pop my glider because I want to get the hell away from this tornado, and it sucked me right back in. It was this constant. The area of the map had like 3 different tornadoes though.
It was like a full 5 minutes of Les fighting this fucking tornado. We were supposed to be playing this game.
I gotta send Luke like the whole the gameplay stuff, but dude, it
was so good.
Wild. It was wild.
I think
does it have audio in it? Does it have your audio?
Yes, it has my audio. Okay. I'm like, how the fuck do I get out of this shit? It was bad. I
also have the audio if we need it. But yeah, it was just like we were laughing the whole time. I will say, like, we were with the mindset of we went in, And it wasn't our stuff that we had acquired through extractions. We were given a lot of stuff to start off with. So we were going in, getting shit on sometimes, getting killed by tornadoes, not able to find the bodies on the map. There were a lot of things, like there were no clear indicators when someone was dying. If your teammate dies on the map, they were trying so hard to find me post tornado, and I'm like, I don't know where I am. Y'all don't know where I am. Like there were a lot of things that needed worked on. So I think that at that point we were just like, this is such a fun game to play with friends, and we were laughing the whole time. And the gameplay itself was really good. I don't know how I would feel if I had earned all of that stuff.
Oh, we would be so pissed.
I would
1000%.
Yes,
1000%.
We would be pissed for sure. For sure,
Yeah.
we'd be pissed. But I think the concept is just so good, though. The concept of the game is good.
So again, for everyone that's just trying to understand what we're talking about, Exoborne is another extraction shooter. Their take is essentially Anthem movement without the flying. Of course, you do have a shoot that you can deploy, but if you remember when you would land in Anthem, it was like you would almost feel like the mechanical shifting of your body, and then the animation would start running, and then you would start speeding up. So it's got that level of movement in it, but it's got a dynamic weather system, which, look, Marathon's coming out next year. I would love to see that. And and its weather system is like extreme. It goes from being, relatively peaceful to
it's quick.
You're surrounded by 3 tornadoes and
7 tornadoes,
and one of them is a fire tornado for some reason, and it just adds another layer in the middle of combat. That's really, really nice. So dynamic weather systems. Y'all remember years ago when Bungie pitched Beyond Light, and that was their big thing. They were like, don't worry, this is the new Destiny. The dynamic weather system, the blizzard effects, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, the blizzard effects are pretty cool, on Europa, but I don't know what happened to that. What kind of happened? I felt like we just not have weather anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of died down. Like Kepler, no weather? What happened to weather?
That wasn't worth it, I guess. I think
it's
the Destiny issue is when you're investing into weather on a map that people are going to be in the entire time they're playing the game. Like when you're playing Exoborne, you're on a map and there's weather. 100% of the time that resource is paying off because players are engaging with it. They put it on a destination, and we know what happens with destinations in Bungie. People go, they play the campaign, they do whatever you have to do for the seasonal storyline in previous years on the destination, and then they kind of just don't go back unless bounty prepping, and you're forced to go back. So they invested all of this dynamic weather into a destination that people just don't return to. And I feel like since then, every year they've tried iterating on how can we get people to come back to a destination. Kepler's yet another attempt at that. Pale Heart was an attempt at that with overthrows and secrets and dual destiny. But maybe they decided weather's not it because people just don't care about Destiny.
Imagine loading to a strike, the same GM Nightfall, but it's
different conditions.
A blizzard. You know what I mean? Or it's actually a different weather system happening, and then maybe there's some debuff associated with that or something.
I was gonna say, make it a modifier.
We have to make sure there's
weather modifiers that add actual changes to because now that we have a difficulty modification system, you could do that.
Yeah. We don't want to just be in the rain.
Actual benefits.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having the modifier where it's storming and you have the invisible enemies? Jesus Christ. Good luck finding them.
Yeah. I mean, plenty of games adopt that. I feel like
mix and match it.
Yeah. Even Pokemon battling, if you have a certain weather type on the field during a battle, you have debuffs or buffs.
Who gives a shit about weather? Brother, you got a marathon icon next to your name, Sally. You got deeper problems here.
We want to see stuff with it.
Saw it, but there was a screenshot, or I guess an art piece. Someone had made the tower and they put rain in it, and it looked really good.
I saw that. That was
wondering,
cool.
Why have we not had rain in the tower yet? There was a vibe. So yeah, weather would be good. Cool.
I don't know. Yeah, I enjoyed going back to Exoborne. I really enjoyed it. I found it much more enjoyable than Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders to me just seemed like another normal extraction shooter with robots on the map. There was nothing that shook it up for me. That's just me though.
You guys, I personally, I really enjoyed Arc Raiders, so I really want to see what the Exoborne changes are because I'm very much looking forward to Arc Raiders.
The hell out of Arc Raiders. Yeah.
Really?
I had so much fun. Well, I mean, to be fair, I was doing some play testing of Arc Raiders at the same time Marathon came out. And so I had a
Gotcha.
very, very stark comparison of, I love this, I'm not so much in love with this. And
Yeah.
so, no, I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm the type of person that likes to play games that is not just one dimensional. If that makes sense. Like there's like, okay,
Yeah.
you run or walk. That's your movement. You can, dive or slide or whatever. But I like the element of double jumping or grappling or other stuff like that. That's just what I like to play. But for anyone that likes that movement where it's like boots on the ground, you have your normal slide and crouch and stuff, Arc Raider is probably the game you want to play. If you like that movement, then you're going to probably like Exoborne a bit more.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I don't know.
PvE
Like,
in Exoborne.
that's the
Enemies
thing.
do
I was gonna say
so
this
much
next.
damage.
Well, I was gonna say that we just had different strategies. Like Les and I don't often agree. We know this here. We don't agree often on games. So like us both really liking this game says something, and I think you can play it a lot of different ways. Like you can really, really pay attention to PvE objectives on the map and not really try to push teams that often, like in any extraction shooter, of course. But there was such a variety of the kind of PvE encounters you could take on in a map. Like we didn't even finish some of them. We started them and then didn't finish them, and just like left and went on to something else. I was looting everything though, like everything on the ground. And then we got to a point where Cross and Les were like, I'm broke. Like I can't buy anything. And I'm like, y'all have been skipping all of the PvE enemies and they have good loot on them. So,
Well,
I
I
think
never thought a sewing kit would be worth $800,000. You know what I
I'm
mean?
telling
Like,
you.
That was
who
wild.
the fuck made that price?
Yeah. I was looting everything, like cereal boxes, wedding rings, sewing kits, and they were on the PvE enemies that Les and Cross were just passing up all the time. So we got to a point where I had like over 1 million and Cross and Les had nothing.
You were broke.
So you do have to engage with PvE content too, which I like personally.
It's a good game. We'll see what shakes out with them. Hopefully, I think we're going to be having an interview here at some point in the next few weeks with the devs, which would be a good opportunity for us to ask some of those questions, content rollout, and everything else. So
Yeah.
And if you guys have any questions, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I mean, we'd love to maybe incorporate some of those.
Definitely.
Another game launch. There's so many. Path of Exile, or at least the update.
Dude.
How are you liking that, Cross?
I'm as soon as I get off this call, that's where I'm going.
You're going there?
Yes,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going. I'm going to PoE 2, man. I do that game. It's perfect. I even like last season, it was like last season people were complaining. It's still perfect, man. It's still perfect to me. I love that game. I'm playing Monk this time around, and I just unlocked the palm strike ability, and so man, this time just moves so fast when you play that game.
Yes. Holy shit. That's why I can't play anymore.
Y'all, I'm gonna start it today for the first time ever. I didn't play the first one.
Do you guys ever play Minecraft and where you just start
Yes.
a
I
new
did it.
world and then
I
you
did
look
it.
at the time, 11 hours have passed by and you're like, holy shit, I need to get off? That's PoE 2.
Really?
You'll start at 12 in the afternoon. You'll look at the clock, it's 9 p.m. Like it is such a good game. I would love to play it, but I don't want to get sucked back in.
Yeah, but that sounds dangerous for me because that's kind of me with any game. I can very much lose track of time. Oh, I've been raiding for 12 hours. Oops, didn't notice. So
It's a really good game.
yeah,
It's
sounds
really
dangerous.
good. The build diversity in the game. I haven't played the new stuff, but
It's
Cross
challenging.
is raving about
It
it.
is-
Is it harder too?
I don't know if it's necessarily harder. It's just challenging though. Like it's it is early game when you don't have anything good.
Yeah.
It is the Diablo. I think it's like way more casual focused. Path of Exile is definitely for the hardcore. So if you get shit on a day live, don't worry. It's not that you're a bad player. It's a difficult game. So
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
You'll reach a certain point
Yeah.
though where you will fuck back. You will be extremely strong.
I'll grind for that. Yeah.
So how many acts? It's the 4th act now has been released with the new update. What act are you in now, Cross? Like where did you end off at last night?
I'm still in Act 1, so.
Oh man.
But part of that is just they've added like all this different their seasonal stuff into the acts themselves. So instead of you just like running around just killing like the normal set of ads that you've seen in all the acts, you've also got these new set of ads. It's very similar
interesting.
it's very similar to like maps and the different like almost like breaches and stuff. Maybe that is not as no, it can get extreme. And I'm sure it's going to scale, but it's not as extreme as like a breach. But it makes it feel like almost, I wouldn't say a complete fresh campaign because you're still going up against the same bosses, but the parts in between the bosses feel a bit different.
How are the characters? You never played Monk before, right? Like I'm
played
kind of
before.
curious on how different with the new changes.
I can't tell you.
and upgrades they've done.
I can't-
How different is it?
I can't tell you comparison wise. You know what I mean? I know that the patch is sizable. I can't tell you how does this version of Monk compare to the previous version, because the previous version of Monk, I played hardcore and then lost him, you know, or at least died with him, and then I just quit playing with him after that. So I didn't get that far with my previous Monk. So the only way I would be able to make that comparison is if I played probably Warrior or Witch. But so with me starting a fresh character, I can't make that comparison there. But that would be a question for, I guess, the dedicated players. Now they did expand the tree, and that tree was already, the skill tree already had like a shit ton of things on it. So
yeah,
it's wild that they expanded even more. But man, you know, that's what makes Path of Exile. It's just, you just have so much variability and customization, and you know, whatever you want to do, it's possible.
I'm excited to get in.
you're gonna enjoy it though. It's a really good game.
I'll be waiting for you.
So many games this week. I'm joining the clan.
Do it.
Yeah. All
Anything?
the social features in the game are really good. So
Yeah, the clan features stuff is good. Luke, is there anything else we need to touch? You're making me want to
I mean,
go
the
grind.
only other thing that came to mind was like the No Man's Sky, like an update announcement with the shipbuilding.
That is pretty wild. I want to make an
I love
eggplant.
that in Destiny.
A giant
eggplant shit.
You want
spaceship
an eggplant ship?
Yeah, and if it's possible, we shall make it, and we shall surf the stars on an eggplant, or in an eggplant, I guess.
That's gonna be funny as hell. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, those devs, man, they just, that, and I love that they're tying it into, you know, these updates are tying, like the technological jumps they're making in No Man's Sky is transferring to Light No Fire. And Light No Fire sounds, I mean, just, I don't know, almost impossible. You're telling me you're going to make a 1-to-1 surface area copy of Earth? That's what they're doing with, that's what they're doing.
Is that what they're trying to do?
That's what they're trying to do?
Yes. It's going to be 1-to-1. It's going to be as if you were on planet Earth.
Okay, remember when Starfield said that it was going to be the most vast, diverse universe you could ever explore in a video game, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
remember
Bethesda
that?
magic. That's Bethesda magic. That's different.
Well, the only reason why I'm believing in these devs is they were hard-headed enough before in the past to continue doubling down and, you know, and following through. So, but yeah, you're right, Lev. Like, without a doubt, like, when you hear like overly ambitious talk like that, there's always like, it's always go into that with like a healthy amount of skepticism. But these are the devs that are crazy enough to actually pull it off. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't necessarily pull it off at first, but they're hard-headed enough.
I've seen the map in the game.
Yeah, they're hard-headed enough that I think they will eventually pull it off.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, it's in their interest to, like, you know, actions need to meet their words. You don't want to be a Starfield in that regard, but that's a big feat.
They did better than Starfield, since they actually have that space exploration that people are looking for.
Yeah.
And I mean, we'll see with the 1-to-1 world if there's like enough density of like stuff to do. I mean, if the building that map is too difficult, then you can always make it flat.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be wild. And they pull that off.
Speaking of games, let's talk Borderlands real quick.
I
know I'm throwing this in right now. Borderlands 4. Did y'all watch it?
No.
Jesus Christ. What happened, guys? How are we supposed to play Borderlands next week?
Can I just say this?
Or next month?
Is it? Oh, I was like, is it next week? Okay, we've got time. We've got time.
It's 12th.
Borderlands 3 didn't be so dirty though. The more I watch Borderlands 4, the more I'm like, you know what? That weekend my fiance is gone. I fucking grind the fuck out of Borderlands 4.
Brother, I'm telling you, man.
I might grind it. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good.
I think it's gonna hit. I think it's gonna hit, dude. And in-game systems. I think all the feelings that we felt, because Borderlands 3, for chat that don't know, was really our first experience in Borderlands. I played a little bit of 1, and I didn't play all of 2. I know everybody that's a Borderlands fan is like, what the shit? But
2's really good.
Yeah. But 3 was the one that I was like, this is the one I'm really going to invest my time in when it first rolled out. And it just didn't land for me. You know, it was fun to play, but it didn't land enough for me to be like, I think I'm going to just devote myself to this game forever. Borderlands 4 may actually be that, guys.
Devote yourself to the game forever?
I might no longer be a dedicated Warframe streamer.
Live.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, I was expecting no longer a dedicated Destiny player, but the Warframe, that's crazy.
Whoa. I'm not a Destiny content creator. I've always told I'm a Warframe content creator. This is known. This is very known.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, I'm joking. I
Warframe.
I will always be back to Warframe. But seriously though, Borderlands looks great. I hope it is too, because they need it. And the Borderlands community is just so fantastic.
Have you seen the roadmap that they're doing?
No.
Did y'all see that?
No.
No.
There's a whole roadmap now where like same thing that the Destiny would do with roadmaps. It's like that. And I'll say this: it comes out the week of Ashen Iron. If Ashen Iron doesn't hit, they might lose a permanent player base to Borderlands 4. If Borderlands 4 hits on all cylinders.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna play the epic raid and then go to play Borderlands. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like I don't think like Ashen Iron's not an expansion. I
Yeah.
don't think, you know, like we'll get the Plague Lands, we'll get a new activity type, we'll get the epic raid. But, you know, I don't, other than that, same old power grind. So I would say go play Borderlands 4. You know, the power grind's going to be there waiting for you till December.
So many games, dude.
So many games.
You got
I'm really
Path of
excited.
Exile 2. You got Borderlands 4. You got the expansion in Warframe in December. Like, there's just so many things to play. And there's not enough time in the day for it.
Just don't sleep.
The sad part.
Just don't sleep.
Just don't sleep. That doesn't work.
I've been pretty good at it lately. Just don't sleep.
Just don't sleep. Yep.
Speaking of, it's time for Path of Exile 2.
Go grind it, guys.
I'm excited.
GG's everyone. Thank you so
podcast,
much
though.
for coming.
So-
Yep. Thank you, stream as well. All right. Later,
All right.
guys.
Bye, y'all.
Later, guys.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.